BSED 2 Mathematics Batch 2. Today, we will talk about amortization, particularly with regular payments. So, let us understand first what is amortization. In business, amortization refers to the spreading of payments made over time or the multiple periods. Amortization is chiefly used on repayments like a mortgage loan and in sinking funds. Fixed payments and amortization cover both the principal and the interest on the account. The payments are divided into equal amounts on the duration of the loan, making it a simplest repayment model. So, I have here the assigned example, which is a loan, a 40,000 loan at 10% compounded quarterly is to be amortized every 3 months for 2 years. Find the quarterly payment and construct the amortization schedule. First, we have to write down those given values. So, given are the present value, which is 40,000 pesos, and the conversion period, which is the M is equal to 4, it is quarterly, and then the nominal rate, the J, that is 10% or equal to 0.10, and then the time for 2 years. So the first thing we do is we will find first the N, or the number of periods. And the formula for finding the N is the M times time. The conversion period multiplied to the time. So N is equal to M4 times time, 2 years. So our N is equal to 8. And the second step is that we will find the R, or the periodic payment. Under amortization, we will use the formula for periodic payment of the R is equal to the present value multiplied to the interest, that is the ratio of the nominal rate over the conversion period, over 1 minus the sum of 1 and the interest raised to negative n. Now we will substitute the given to this formula. Okay. R is equal to the present value, which is 40,000, times the nominal rate and the conversion period, which is 0.10 over 4, and then 1 minus the sum of 1 plus the nominal rate 0.10 over 4, or the I, raised to negative Rn is equal to 8. Now let's compute. Using a calculator, the result is amount 5,578.69. So this is our periodic payment, or RR. So the next, we'll proceed to the amortization schedule. So, amortization schedule is a table shows each repayment broke down to the principal and the interest as well as the remaining liabilities on the outstanding principal after each payment. So meaning the amortization schedule, it is reducing the current balance on the account through installment payments. So how do we get this amount values by periods? So we will use annuity formulas to get those amounts by period. First, look at this column here, the unpaid balance. As you can see, in the first period, we have this principal amount of 40,000. So we will get the interest on the first period. In getting the interest in the first period, we will use these annuity formulas, which is I is equal to the unpaid balance times the nominal rate over the conversion period. So let's apply this formula. I is equal to the unpaid balance, which is 40,000, times the nominal rate, which is 0.10 over the conversion period M4. So the result in the first period is 1,000 pesos using the calculator. So the interest in the first period is the 1,000. The same as getting the interest in the second period, you have to multiply the unpaid balance to the nominal rate, and you will get the interest on that period. So 35,421.31 multiplied to 0.10 over 4, the result is 885.53. That is the interest on the second period. And same on the third, which is the unpaid balance, the result is 768.20. And same as these periodic payments, the interest will be obtained by multiplying to the unpaid balance by each period. So next, how do we get the principal rate paid? So the principal rate paid, this is our periodic payments. We have already get it here in the first. So same as this, because it is your payment over time on the periods of payment year. So we'll proceed to the principal rate paid. The principal rate paid is obtained by the periodic payment minus the interest. So let's solve it. The principal on the first period, we will solve the principal rate paid. So principal rate paid is equal to our periodic payment, which is the R 5,578.69 minus our interest 1,000. So this is our principal rate paid on the first period is equal to 4,578.69. So this is our principal rate paid, 4,578.69 on the first period. That is subtracting the periodic payment and the interest. So the same step on obtaining the principal rate paid, we have to subtract the periodic payment to the interest on the first and the second period, the third and as follows. And here, how do we obtain the unpaid balance? To obtain the unpaid balance on the second period, we have to use this unweighted formulas, which is the unpaid balance is equal to the previous unpaid balance minus the principal repaid. So let's solve it here. Our principal value, since it is in the first period, 40,000 minus the principal repaid of 4,578 on the first period, 4,578.69. So we can obtain the unpaid balance on the second period of 35,421.31. That is our unpaid balance on the second period. The same on the third, fourth. You'll have to subtract this amount to the principal repaid on the current period. So, same procedure on getting the unpaid balance by each period, subtracting to it in the principal repaid. So noticeably in this example of a loan, when the payment is paid by amortization, as the principal gradually reduces, the interest also decreases. Just remember that an amortized loan first pays off the interest expense of the period, and the remaining amount is put towards reducing the principal amount on each payment. So that would be all. Thank you for watching. I hope you will learn all these stuff.